How's it going, my friends? So, just last night, I said that I have a feeling. Not only I have a feeling, but a friend of mine and my minion had a feeling that something interesting was going to happen this week. Lo and behold, guys. Lo and behold, 20 years later, 20 years from the week of the most recent calamity in Klal Yisrael, which was the removal of Jews from Gaza in 2005 on Tisha B'Av. Well, really the 10th of Av, but as we know, the temple kept burning until the afternoon, 10th of Av. Almost 20 years to the day on the Hebrew calendar, Bibi announces that he will annex a certain portion of Gaza because basically Hamas, as I said before, hardened their heart, and Trump even mentioned that they hardened themselves, and they don't want to negotiate, they don't want to capitulate. And so, my friends, I don't know if the part that they're going to be annexing, that we're going to be annexing, is the part that we gave away. I mean, the part that people were living in, Gush Katif, which was on the coast. But in the words of Don Rickles, I'll tell you this, guys. What a tikkun this is, huh? What a rectification this is, at least to announce. I don't know when it's going to physically happen. I don't know what that's even going to look like, because you could say you're annexing something all you want, but you physically have to put people there. You have to remove, whoever's in that part. You gotta. In this case, you gotta destroy all the tunnels. There's a whole city. There's a whole country, literally, of tunnels under Gaza, my friends. It's not even a city. It's a country. It's like the size of a state, full of tunnels. Where you could have another, alien civilization down there, if you wanted to, with all kinds of they talk about like stargates and stuff like that. For sure, there's all kinds of child trafficking down there and all the rest of it, guys. That much we know. But it's incredible, guys. It's absolutely incredible what is happening here. It's been 20 years of just rockets and rockets and rockets and rockets. At any time Israel retaliated. This is before October 7th. We were vilified in the media. We always had to, so to speak, and I just mentioned Hasbara. We always had to do this stupid Hasbara stuff. We send leaflets. We drop leaflets. We Hamas is using civilians as human shields, as if anybody cares. As if the people who are arguing against us, they want Hamas to use human shields. They want our enemies to fight by any means necessary, right? That's what they believe. That's what all these commies believe. Literally, that's the commie way. By any means necessary. You gotta use human shields, right? Unbelievable, guys. So now, at least we've declared our intentions. And you could say, people were already saying this before, that Bibi wants to do, what do they call it? Folks, they accuse the Jews or Israeli government of ethnic cleansing. Folks, the Arabs have been trying to ethnically cleanse the Jews by way of, first they tried with the armies of the nation states, Egypt, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, all simultaneous. Iraqi forces, they were Saudi forces. They tried to do it simultaneously, multiple times. They saw they couldn't do it. They saw they couldn't succeed. And this is before even America got involved with quote-unquote arms or whatever, helping us with all kinds of stuff. Way before that, when it was like, of all people, France giving us, Mirage jets, and Czechoslovakia at that time giving us, bullets or something like that, or guns, whatever they gave us, they could give us, because they hated the Soviets, right? And the Soviets were helping the Arabs, always did. Even to this day, the Russian, Putin helps the Arabs. My friends, But now it's, listen, Hamas doesn't want to talk. They made like they wanted to talk. Again, it's almost like Hashem hardened their heart, like Paro, like Pharaoh. And now they're about to get, the rest of the plagues, the rest of the 10 plagues that they seemingly are clamoring for, right? And that's it, guys. And now hopefully, we're going to get a splitting of the sea scenario, a miraculous splitting of the sea. And hopefully, guys, we get to come back to Gaza, which is rightfully ours. And I can say, Tzvi, well, where are these people going to go? The people, the Arabs in Gaza. Folks, I hate to tell you, again, I always say this. If the Jews would be defeated, everybody would hold parades the next day. These people, I said it in a video this morning, nobody asks our enemies why they are targeting our civilians deliberately. Nobody ever asks that because they know there's no point to ask that question. They know that this is deliberate on their end, right? And so it's none of our concern, just like it would not be any of their concern where the hell we go, right? And it wasn't, and never was, as it should not be. And it's none of our concern where they go. If France wants to take them, like they just declared a Palestinian, they can declare a Palestinian state in Paris or in Marseille or in Nice, where they just had like anti-Semitic attacks, right? They can declare whatever they want, wherever they want. Macron, right? They could do whatever they want, wherever they want, okay? And let them take these people in. Canada could do it. I don't know, New Zealand can do it if they want. Whoever wants to declare whatever they want to declare, as long as they take these people in. Put their money where their mouths are. Because folks, we ain't taking them. Egypt could take them, I don't know. Egypt doesn't want them. You see, they're all brothers, guys. They're all, the Moroccan soccer team held up Palestinian flags. Free Palestine. Is Morocco taking them? No. Is Libya taking them? No. Is Algeria? No. Tunisia? No. Egypt? No. Saudi? No. Who's taking them, guys? Lebanon? They're doing apartheid on the Palestinians who are in Lebanon. Syria? Same story. Jordan? They're not taking no more. They got enough Palestinians. 75% of the country is Palestinian. Folks, Yemen is going to take them? No. They'd rather keep sending ballistic missiles our way, right? My friends, none of our concern. We gotta do, like I said this morning with this Hasbara thing, we gotta do what we gotta do for ourselves. The Jewish people, for the first probably time in history since, I don't know, the Torah, since this week's Parsha, have to take care of number one. They have to go into the land, whatever Hashem gave us, and just be there. Okay? That's it, guys. That is it. Otherwise, it's going to be another, more Ziklon be for us. We're not going back to that. Like Rebbe Kahana said, when we say never again, we're serious. And what it means to be serious is you can't just say words and then build museums, guys. You can't just do those things. Give lip service to your, internally to your own people. These words have to be backed up with actions, my friends. And B'ezrat Hashem, we're finally getting somewhere. All right. Talk soon.